So really, that is not someone who heard something secondhand. I mean, obviously it's possible, but I don't think so. It's someone with history with the family. Like, they know how Louise functions, they blame her for it, and so on. So let's start eliminating people who might be the culprit who wrote this letter. Could it have been a neighbor? Possible, but neighbors heard her screaming for a decade and did nothing. The moral outrage required to write this letter does not match the moral indifference that kept an entire street silent for 10 years. It's possible it could have been a neighbor who just, one day felt, I've seen enough of this. This has been going on long enough. Or maybe, they were part of, if you've seen the series, they are part of the group of people who were like, yeah, I heard her screaming. But they ignored it because they had been told she was crazy. And so they put it out of their head that there was anything wrong about it. Really just kind of separated that idea from their mind. So maybe one day something happened, or they thought about something and they decided, oh my gosh, this is not right. She's not crazy. And you know what? Even if she was, there has to be something more wrong here. I don't know. Could it have been one of the many maids who came through that house in the years after Marie Fazy died? The old maid that had served in that house for 45 years? It's possible. Some of the maids were kind to Blanche and were clearly disturbed by what they witnessed. But I think part of the problem with that is that the letter says 25 years. One of those young and experienced maids that were hired in the late 1890s during that domestic crisis would not really know how long Blanche would have been there unless they had been told. And really, who in that house is telling the new maids how long this secret has been kept? And when I say secret, I mean the truth, okay? I don't mean keeping Blanche a secret as in let's hide her away and hope no one asks about her. I'm talking about the secret of how she truly came to be that way, the secret of her real state of mind that wasn't influenced by what I believe chemically. Could it have been a doctor or health inspector who had been to the house? We know at least one health inspector was sent away by Marie Fazy screaming and waving a stick at him, but if a professional had this information, they would not need to threaten the Department of Justice. They would have had direct access to report it officially, like under their job. So the threat in this letter seems more like a threat of someone who does not really have official channels available to them, because they wouldn't need to keep that a secret.